So I've been working on the new workshop for here in the basement. So far I've got the top made, and as you can see it stretches pretty much along that entire wall there. So the next step is to add shelves on the right and the left. They'll be about 33 inches wide and pretty much as high up as I can go. I'm gonna measure that and see what that is. Then in between the shelving units will be pegboard. I didn't record, setting up the bench because it's pretty much the same technique that I use for the X-carve table. Big difference this time is that there are 4x4s as legs as opposed to 2x4s with the top and a bottom. So yeah, next step, get the shelves cut. I will go into that. Those will be made out of 2x12. Okay, so we're going to, as I said, use 2x12 as the sides and the top of the shelves. First thing we need to do is mark our material. So we're going to do 46.5. Then we're going to go ahead and cut 4 of these. We need 2 pieces at 33 inches. Okay, those are our tops. So we're going to use a little jig. So you put it at the end of your board, take your drill, there's a little pin, so you put the pin in the first hole, and now you can move your pin, place it back, so yeah, repeat the process down both sides on all 4 boards. Okay, we have all of the pinholes done on all 4 boards. Next, like usual, I'm going to do pocket holes on both ends of each board. I'm not going to show you that entire process again. I've done that before. So I'm just going to do this first one, and then you'll know what to do. Okay, next up, we're going to attach the sides to the top. Clamp that down so it won't go anywhere. Okay, so now we're going to line this up on the top. Now I do plan on putting a piece of hardboard on the back, so make sure that you are flush with your edges. Now for the other side. Okay, now repeat the process for the other one. Okay, next up, we're going to get 2 pieces of hardboard for the back of the shelving units. So finally, we're going to attach the hardboard to the back of the shelf. We're going to do that with a pneumatic stapler. So to do that, make sure we, have lined it up well. I mean, you won't see the back of it, but still. And then just go ahead and do in the staples. And repeat that along the other 2 edges, and then for the other piece. Okay, so now I've went ahead and placed the shelves on the workbench. Now just go ahead and do the same for the other shelf. Okay, next up we're going to be cutting the shelves themselves. This is a fairly straightforward process. Just going to measure the length of the shelf, mark the board, and cut. Okay, now all the shelves are cut and put in where they belong. Went ahead and used, oh, how well you can see that, these little guys. So they go in the holes that we drilled earlier and support the weight of the shelf. They're a little shaky, but that's okay. In the interest of full disclosure, I had made a mistake and had to actually drill in more holes where I actually needed them. Built the shelves out of 2x12, and then instead of buying 1x12, I bought 1x10s because I didn't want to have to rip some of it down, but that ended up being far too short. So next time I'm at the lumber store, I'll pick up some 1x12 and recut them. That way so I get a little bit wider, a little bit more stable shelves, and I can put more of them where I want them. Okay, and that's the new shelves.